we're seeing these 2023 strikes. And I'll just list a few of them. I want to talk about some of the domino effects, and then hopefully I want to talk about some of the solutions. If you guys can hear the tractor outside, I apologize. Chris is actually working on these huge monster burn piles right now because we've been clearing off a lot of land. These burn piles are big as like a 36-foot camper. We got 4 of them right now going. The burn ban was lifted. So yes, Kaiser's striking, and I want to talk about that. All right, so think about it, and if I've missed any of you guys, put it in the comments. And matter of fact is after we get off the video, if you want to go to the comment section of the video and give solutions, I would love that, because sometimes the live feed does go away for whatever reason. We try to put it on replay, but it doesn't always work. So this is just some of them I've come up with. You guys chime in if you know other ones. You got the UPS, you got railroads, the auto union, which has included numerous companies, you guys. It's not just one company. The waiters and bartenders and all that kind of stuff in Vegas right now, they're also threatening to go on strike. So if you guys are thinking about going to Vegas, you might want to check that out. You've got the coal miners, which you guys, I didn't know this till the other day, but several coal miners have been on strike, including one that was in Alabama. They were on strike for 2 years. They just went back to work. You got the Mack trucks, which is the Volvo, and they apparently just reached a deal, hopefully over the weekend, that will stop the strike, but they're potentially threatening to strike also. You got, and on top of that, you got the government shutdown. And then the latest one, which I was looking at today, is the Kaiser one. So you've got shipping, auto parts, coal, medical. And you guys, the domino effect on this is something I don't think we really stop and think about. Airline pilots, yes, you've had airline pilots, airline stewardess. I think they also were threatening to go on a strike. So yes, I forgot about those also. And it seems like every time you turn on the news, there is a strike being mentioned. So the domino effect, I was looking at it, mainly this medical one. They said it's going to affect 13 million people. And I'll just start with some of the news that I was looking at. They said, well, let's just start off the Las Vegas workers. Las Vegas bartenders and waiters are moving closer to a strike. So in addition to all these other strikes we have going on and everything else, and I want to talk about the auto industry also, now you've got this potential service center that is coming on, and they're saying going to want to go to a strike. And then let's go to the Kaiser one. They said it's going to affect 13 million people. Now they said it's going to be non-essential procedures. I guess the surgeries are still going to happen, but think about you maybe not able to get access to particular health care. And I think that's something that we should pay attention to and just say, hey, if it's something you need, for example, I know several people that need certain types of medicines. They do vitamins, they do different things like that. Go get just a little extra. That's what we say all the time. And this is where we say, don't be scared, be prepared. And if you guys see my number back there, sorry, you're going to tell me it's backwards. I know it is, probably based on the screen. But Chris and I, for some reason, and we've mentioned this before, we've kind of had some uncertainty feelings, and we're at such peace. And he and I even said this over this past weekend. He and I were talking, and he and I both looked at each other and we said, we're excited for the future. I don't know what it's going to hold. I don't know. You got strikes like this coming up. You have domino effects coming up. But if you pay attention and you just prepare just a little bit, when something does happen, a strike does happen, when you do have these companies that shut down because they don't have workers. Matter of fact, I think the auto workers right now have brought in non-union workers just to keep some of this going. You're going to have battery shortages from what I'm told. Matter of fact, Chris and I just had a conversation about that. I said we probably need to go pick up a few new batteries. Just set them on the side. You have to keep them, where they don't go bad or whatever. Think about this, you guys. So that is something that I kind of just wanted to hop online. You've got the government also that just kicked the can down the road to November. You got McCarthy that's been kicked out. It's just a lot of things that are happening right now that's making things seem a little volatile. You've got Target right now showing a loss. They're threatening to shut doors. You've got Walgreens, all these different combinations of where you possibly could not get access to certain items. So now when you have strikes like this, which who knows which more we'll have. I mean, let's see if there's any more. Oh, and GM. So GM and Ford now have laid off more than 500 workers, and they're blaming it on the strike. So they're saying, all right, you guys, I saw a picket line the other day. They literally were holding the line and were not letting workers in to deliver goods. So if that's a shipment that I'm expecting to receive, you're not going to get those items. So just keep that in mind when you see these strikes. And am I pro-strike or not? That's not the point of this video. This video is to say, hey, you guys, this could potentially affect shipping. This could affect supplies, medicals, services. And so you need to be prepared and kind of know what's coming down. UPS strike, yeah. So I heard that they diverted it, but they may be talking about it again. And you're right. So the $1 trillion dock work strike, oh, I forgot about those. Dock work strikers. They did. They went on strike also because it affected the loading and unloading of many of those cargo ships for, I forget how long. It sure did. And then in the last government shutdown we had, you guys, it was 22 days. So it was 22 days. So just keep that in mind. So anyway, this is just a really quick video. I was going to try to get Chris to get on here with me, and it just didn't work out. He's out there working. I've been in there working. I'm actually going to run back in now and grab my phone and answer some more of your phone calls. But put it in the comments. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you think the domino effect would be. And hit that like button. Let us know if this is the kind of information you like. So solutions, real quick, because Chris and I have talked about this, and we want to provide solutions. So what we're doing, I'm stocking up on any kind of medical stuff. We don't really use a lot of medicines, but vitamins. I do protein powders, Chris does. Different things that might all of a sudden become a little bit harder to get. If you have any kind of medicines that you take though, really consider getting some extra. And if you look at the batteries, anything auto, if you need, matter of fact, I just told Chris, I said herbs, absolutely. I need new tires. I said, we've been putting it off. I said, let's go ahead and get it before things become like a shortage. We don't need a tire shortage, a toilet paper shortage again. So we're going to probably go ahead and I'm going to get a set of new tires. Windshield wipers, little things like that. If you just think about it and just go, hey, maybe get just a little bit extra, then I think that's a solution. And sometimes it's not always easy to do, but I just think that's a good idea. Anyway, you guys, if you have any suggestions, let me know. Let me know if you like this kind of content. And hopefully, Chris, House 8C filters. Carlos, we just went and bought a whole big box of those. That is a great idea. Oil filters, absolutely. Seeds, absolutely. Foul language, no, you guys, we're not foul language people. Let's keep it clean. But hit that like button, you guys, subscribe. Give me any information. I love the information that you guys share with us. And universal capacitor, yep, you know, oil for your engines, yep. Matter of fact is we just created a whole file cabinet that we were able to put our gas in. Tires, yep. It's all this kind of stuff that you don't think about until you need. Even something the other day as far as adapters, Chris and I were talking about when you plug stuff in. You know, you need those 3-prong adapters. And so we went and bought a couple extras. Hi from Poland. Wow, that's a ways away from Louisiana, the United States. Bandages and gauze. That is a great idea. I actually went the other day. My father-in-law is a EMT, and he made me a list. And I went and stocked up on just things you don't even think about. Even like a burn spray or just extra Neosporin or different things like that. Collection of hardware, yep. Bearings and seals, bleed stop, got that too. If that's what is it called? I bought it the other day. It's the liquid, oh, I forget what it's called, but it seals it up. Tractor filters, scrubbers, yep. 500 gallon diesel tank, love it, yep. We're in the same boat as you guys, so if you guys come up with the ideas, I'm loving it. Liquid skin, thank you, that's it. I went and bought some of those. All right, well, you guys, as Chris would say, have an awesome day. I'm going to take my butt back in there now and get back to work. And Chris is going to stay on that tractor working his butt off, hopefully. Hopefully we're going to get some rain soon. But anyway, you guys have a great day. Thanks, bye.